Hello. We are live with our first The Core.
The core. From the core.
The core.
Why
the centre of the planet. Because it's the centre of the planet.
Centre of the planet.
Genius.
The core. Right.
Genius. We don't mess around. So
is it running alright?
It's running alright.
Wi-Fi's working for change.
It seems to be, yeah, live. We've got 13 eyeballs. We are rocking.
Brilliant.
On fire. Should we probably tell them something interesting then?
We can wait a bit. Build suspense.
Alright then. Okay.
No. So loads of times we get asked all the time about stuff we develop and things. More importantly, things that never actually get to see the light of day. And we develop tons and tons of stuff that most of it is sat in my room, or it's been scrapped, been crushed, whatever. That's just never made it into production for one reason or another. Either it just wasn't the right time, it wasn't good enough. Numerous reasons. Very rarely we get to a point where we've got a product and we're not sure what to do with it. So this is today's little core thing is going to be about you.
About me?
Not you, about you guys out there, because we want a bit of feedback really, and we want to know whether the product that we've got here is something that you as consumers are interested in, whether you think there's a market for it, whether it's something you'd actually spend your own money and buy. And we're in two minds about it. Some of us think it's great, some of us think it's good, but there's not enough market, there's not enough potential for return on investment for us, whether we could actually make any money out of it. At the end of the day, not everything that we make makes us money. Some things do, some things don't. Luckily, we do make enough money to keep us in business and keep us in jobs.
Which is good.
You're employed, aren't you, Al?
I am.
Yeah,
I'm
employed.
just about.
It's not my company. So we make enough to keep us all in jobs, and that's what we're bothered about at the end of the day, and making fantastic products. So we've got something that I've been working on. It's a gun. It's something that... When was the last time we made something like this?
Ooh, well...
I reckon in mid-90s, late 90s.
Yeah, well there was 2002. Although it's not really. No. Yeah.
No.
Very interesting.
Good question.
Oh, Billy Benach has just joined. He wants to know, is it your new tattoo we're going to talk about?
Oh, do you want to?
Let's have a look. I know, I've got to be careful I don't scroll down too much. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, very masculine, Jack. Oh, what's this here now?
And my little Banzai tribute.
A bit of Banzai. Banzai Bandits.
So
why? I'll ask a question for you. So why are you a bit? Is apprehensive the right word?
Yeah.
You're excited about it, though, aren't you?
Yeah, because I think it's really cool, and the people that have seen it think it's really cool. The people who've shot it think it's really cool. One of the biggest naysayers in the company has been Led so far. He doesn't think there's a market for it. He doesn't think people would actually want to buy it. And then he went and shot it this weekend and loved it. And he said he absolutely loved playing with it. He had really good fun playing with it, and came back with a completely changed attitude. But one person doesn't make a product. So do you want to dive in?
Yeah, we'll just do a quick apology. If anybody is having trouble with signal, we've got terrible signal here at the minute, so we apologise if there's any splutters or pauses or but that's how we normally speak anyway.
Yeah.
Right, so are you going to lift it up and present, or shall I do a quick panda?
No, I can
lift it up. Go on, lift it up.
Okay, so obviously it's black on my dark blue t-shirt.
Yeah, which we thought that one through pretty well.
Yeah,
that's alright, we can see that little.
Okay.
So, it's a GTek. Yay! Didn't we do one of those, Jack? Haven't we already done a GTek?
Oh yeah, we already made one of those. No, this doesn't have a name. I know the first thing everybody's going to call it is going to be a GMek. But
why would that be, Jack?
Because it's got no console, it's got no push buttons, it's got no batteries, no power switches, no display. It's a mechanical GTek. So
no circuitry, no
nothing.
No bordering.
It's a slide trigger, mechanical. This is obviously a prototype.
Yeah.
A full production one would have probably a removable trigger shoe, which would have to have a safety catch. There's no safety catch on this. Yeah. It's very dangerous. It's a weapon.
Lethal.
So that's it basically. This was a kit, as it is at the moment. It's a frame, and a new valve. So you'd literally take the frame off, take the eyes out, take the solenoid off the bottom of the body, replace it with a mechanical valve, and drop the frame on, and that's it. Takes the same grips, same hoops on the bottom, and it'd turn a GTek into a mechanical gun.
Right. So what we're suggesting here is that it's a frame kit at the moment, or
at the moment,
is it a bit of both?
The idea was a frame kit. There's no reason why we couldn't make complete guns. If people just wanted to buy a GMek, not saying it would ever be called GMek, so I'll say that now. It may not be called GMek. But yeah, you could buy just a GMek gun. I would suppose if there was enough interest in it. I mean, obviously we'd have to. You have to run the numbers. Is it worth making packaging to make GMek packaging, and then would you sell enough guns?
But whereas this, with the kit, people who've already got the GTek could buy the kit, and they could go and enter the mechanical tournaments and
just go and pick up a
dominate.
Pick up a used GTek and then convert it to mechanical.
Nice,
so that's the product, or non-existent products at the moment, but that's the concept, and we're just not sure what to do with it, and not sure whether it's something that people would be interested in buying. I've done it as a slide trigger. Asked a lot of people, going back a year or so ago now, what they prefer, and a lot of nostalgia out there for cockers and slide triggers. So I did it as a slide trigger. It makes the valve work very, very easy. Makes it easy to adjust the spring tension and all the set points dead easy. That's it.
No, cool.
We were going to go and shoot it.
That's probably a good idea. But I don't know whether people watching really want to see us shoot it. I think they want to pretend that it's. I think they want to believe. They probably want to believe that it's not even real. But I suppose, in the interest of being on telly, which you are, you should do something really exciting.
Okay.
So we're going to shoot it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I'm going to follow you.
Let's cover it. Yeah, we'll follow you, and I'll just show everyone your bottom. This is Jack Wood's backside. There we go. Left cheek, right cheek. Have to be careful. Yeah, this is probably a massive health and safety issue. Walking downstairs filming.
A small bit of information that when we bought this building a few years ago and moved here, we've got offices upstairs and obviously warehouse and production downstairs. We were told that we weren't allowed to carry cups of tea and coffee from upstairs to downstairs and downstairs to upstairs, so we had to have our own kitchen area built upstairs because of health and safety risk.
Health and safety.
In case you tripped over and spilt hot coffee on yourself.
I bet that was John Jones.
Yeah. Oh, and a toaster.
Trophies.
We're not allowed to have
toaster.
toaster upstairs.
Trophies. Sandbaggers trophies. I think that's just from this year. Yeah. Right, hang on a minute. I'll film the floor for a minute. I'll show you these big vats of paint. Look at those.
Yeah, so that's paint that we.
When we're doing test shooting and big disgusting. Go on, let's show people. Give people a little tour. They love all this. Look at this. The elephant's trunk.
Yeah, disgusting. That's if you're a bad boy, you have to change that.
Nice.
Oh.
Right, let's get in there. Let's go in this room. I've got to tell the tech people to be quiet. Right. Safety first.
We're going to put some glasses on.
Yeah, you're going to put some glasses on.
Oh, we've got the cool ones.
Yeah. Where are the other ones? We need to put some...
No, these are the best ones.
Are they?
Yeah. Hello.
Okay. Hello. Right. So this is our little test room. We've shown them this room before.
Oh yeah, I've been in it before.
Yeah.
So obviously you can't, nothing switch on. We'll switch a loader on, I suppose. So basically, I mean...
So it literally is a GTek with a mech trigger on. That is it.
So obviously it's got the eye covers on, but there's no eyes under there, just the detent, so the covers are there. This is the trigger. So a couple of things that I wanted to talk about, well, make it really cool, is because of the gamma core that's in there.
So it is still the same gamma core.
Oh yeah. That's so the drivetrain's exactly the same. It is just a GTek gamma core. There's nothing different inside there. The only difference is that instead of the solenoid, take this off now. Instead of the solenoid actuating the switch at the back, you've got a mechanical valve that dumps the air out of the switch. It's got a three-way in there, so it's a bit like a...
Nice.
I suppose the closest you can get really is as a way to describe it is you've got like an autococker style trigger with a slide trigger and three-way, and then you've got an automagish blow forwardy top section. But obviously it's going to have all the attributes of a GTek, so it'll be mega reliable, mega efficient, soft on paint, a load of other cool little features that most other mechanical guns, I think it's only probably Automac I can think of that does this. Whereas I don't know if you can see inside the breech.
Let's have a look.
Can you get inside the breech?
Oh, I can see that. Let's have a look. Yeah,
right. So
yeah,
just a bit. So when you pull a trigger, let me just hold it there.
See what happens.
When you pull a trigger, what do you get?
Oh, you
I messed that up, didn't I? So when you pull a trigger, the bolt cycles, and even if you hold the trigger, the bolt cycles rearwards. So all the self timing of the gamma core works even in the mechanical format. So it's not like a lot of guns like a cocker where if you pull the trigger and hold the trigger, the bolt stays in the position, and then you let go and it resets. It goes through a full cycle every trigger pull. So regardless of whether you pull and hold or just tap the trigger, the bolt goes through the full cycle. Yeah, but you still get an instantaneous cycle. Gives you loads of time to load the next ball. Means you can't short stroke it.
I was going to say, so no chopping issues like with...
No, I mean, it's obviously the bolt is rearward for a lot longer, so much less likely to get any chops. All that happens when you release the trigger is the switch resets itself, but the bolt's already reset itself on its self-timing loop.
So self-timing, so like cockers, for example, you have to do all the timing and stuff. This just...
there's nothing to adjust. The other thing is we've got very slight air assist on the trigger, so we use a bit of forward pressure. It comes from the spring, and a bit comes from the gas supply. You can't duff it, you can't short stroke it. It doesn't matter how slowly you pull the trigger. Just gets to a point and then fires. So there's no that plopping. Just means it's just got a really crisp and smooth pull. So and like all you're moving inside there is a very small solenoid valve.
Nice. Like I said before, Led's used it at North vs South at the weekend, and he said he absolutely had a riot with it.
He did, yeah. He says he got 35 confirmed kills. I find that hard to believe.
Goggle shots. One ball in.
Yeah.
No.
So that's it really. So that's the first little core thing anyway, and it's more of a, engage you guys and give you guys a chance to give us some input on potential future product really.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good idea because input is so important, isn't it? We can't just keep releasing things without people's input. And some people might even say, like, because we do release certain things regularly and this, that and the other, we don't just release things willy-nilly. We're releasing things
for a reason,
based on research and development and improvements, and because people want them. So, good stuff. So I suppose the big thing is, so how are people going to give us feedback?
I don't know. Well, we talked about possibly sticking up a Twitter poll.
Yeah.
We can put a poll on Twitter.
Bit of a yes or no, that's easy enough.
Yeah. I'll probably do the same I'll ask John. Hopefully John from PB Nation is watching this. And I'll ask John if he wants to put something up on PB Nation.
Yeah, I think we'll
either
get a thread going.
Poll or a thread somewhere, either in the news forum or somewhere. I'll let him decide. Obviously, it's his. He might not even want to do it.
Yeah.
It's his website. And of course, there's Facebook as well. So there'll be a thread attached to this live stream, so they can post up the thoughts in there.
Yeah, cool.
I mean, we don't want to force people in any particular direction. We'll go.
No, we don't.
Go full black wherever you want.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah, I mean,
just let us know what you think. Guys.
I don't know. I don't know. Obviously, who's watching? I've got no idea who's watching. If there are stores or fields or anything like that are watching and think, "Ooh, that's a product I've been waiting for our store."
Mm-hmm.
If they could get in touch with their rep, whoever they buy their gear off, whether it's from Rhode Island, Karen, whoever over there, or Jacko, whoever, Tom Rust, whoever they speak to here, and just let them know. Say, that's something we're really interested in. Then it gives us a good gauge on whether it's going to be a commercially viable product for us.
Yeah, cool.
That's what it has to be at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think it's quite exciting. I think it's one of those products that
it's a bit different.
Yeah,
it's like a bit. was thinking about this before, you know, and I get asked all the time, why don't you redo Eclipse cockers? And I always say, because we're moving forwards rather than backwards.
Yeah.
And then say, well, why don't you do your own twist on the cocker? And I suppose this is it. At the end of the day, it's how I'd make a mechanical gun.
Yeah. It's super simple, isn't it? Well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It works.
I mean, the drivetrain is proven. The gamma core is proven. The trigger mechanism is very simple. It's just a trigger plate and a spring. That's just operating the new mechanical valve. That's it.
Yeah. People are already asking about price, but it's a bit early to say, isn't it? We need to figure out.
Well, I mean, exactly. That's another one.
Yeah.
I mean,
and what would you actually want to pay for a frame kit?
If somebody said, "Yeah, I'd buy one and pay $100 for it," then that's great. We know that it has a value and that's its value.
Yeah.
If somebody said, "I'd love one, but I'd only pay $20," then all of a sudden we can't make this for $20, and it's a no-go product. So I don't know. You tell us what you'd be willing to pay. Realistically, if you had a GTek now and you wanted to have a mechanical upgrade kit for it, how much would you pay for it? How much would it have to be for you to go out and buy it?
Yeah.
And obviously price is an important part of it.
It just seems a really good stuff, because you do get a lot of people who still play like the Pump series and all this kind of stuff, who want to keep it simple but want really a higher end performance.
Or guys that want to go and just play occasionally with walk-ons, and feel tight rocking up and shooting 20 BPS at other newbies, then they can go on with a decent mechanical gun. It's not going to break paint, it's not going to leak, you're going to have to spend half a day tuning it before you can go out and play. You literally pick it up, take it out of your bag like all our guns and go and play with it. So I think there's a place for it, but I suppose you guys will tell us if there is or not.
No, cool, awesome. Okay then. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys.
No more questions?
A few people have thrown in prices. £100. Someone said $49.95. That's probably a bit cheap, isn't it?
A bit cheap. With a metal frame, it becomes quite difficult.
Someone said $175. Now we're talking.
Yeah, it won't be that much. Let's go with somewhere in between those.
Yeah. A few people asking about ether. Oh, can we do this with ether? But
ether's a bit different because we have the regulator. So where my slide mechanism goes through here is a bit difficult because it's got the gas transfer pipe. Plus, it's a big frame. So
it's been designed specifically for the GTek, hasn't it? So
this has been designed for the GTek. And another question: will it fit on a 160R? No, it wouldn't fit on a 160R.
Yeah, that's different again.
Because that's different again, because it has a gas through. If you look at the grips here, where this bit here is, that's where the pipe would come across on a 160R. Yeah. So it just makes it a bit, because they transfer pipe. Yeah. I'm not saying it'd be impossible. You'd probably do a slightly longer trigger for a 160R, but we'd launch it for a GTek and see how it went from there.
Oh, good stuff. So a few people have only just joined and asking, can we do them a quick recap of what the heck we're talking about?
What we are talking about?
Yes.
We are talking about...
shut down.
Talking about a mechanical upgrade frame for a GTek. So to convert a GTek with gamma core,
fully functioning GTek marker,
GTek
with a single finger
slider frame, mechanical, no electronics, nothing inside the grip, just a mechanical 3-way valve and a slider trigger.
So you can go and dominate the Mech series.
Do you want to gas it up one more time?
Yeah, give it another
couple of
another
shots.
shooty.
Just for the people who come in late. We're all about giving.
We're about giving value for money. Although no one's paid for this, but hey,
no.
It's okay.
Well, we have.
We have.
Cost of fortune. Stick the loader back on it.
Go on, faster.
The old slow fingers.
Peachy.
Yeah. Obviously in the hands it feels just like a GTek. It's got space in a GTek, feels like a GTek. Only difference is that you've got no electronics, no eyes, just a mechanical trigger connected to a mechanical valve which drives a gamma core inside.
Brilliant.
Obviously super smooth.
Not a lot of kick.
Accurate, quiet, simple, efficient.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yep.
And again, for those late arrivals, you can either put your comments in here on how much you'd like to pay for it, if it's something you think is a product we should do. Head over to PB Nation, where there may or will be a thread to throw your comments
Hopefully
in.
John will start as one.
And on our Twitter page, we'll have a little simple yes or no poll later today.
Is it a good idea or not?
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
So this has been the first core from Planet Eclipse.
Yep.
Which is just a bit more insider information about certain little things. So we'll hopefully do a few more of them to give people a deeper insight. And we can take them to these lovely, dark,
recesses,
crazy looking rooms.
to the bowels.
Yes, the basement. So,
Okay.
and it's goodbye from you.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from Planet Eclipse.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning in.
Well, I was born too late to play against the pros. I don't know Bob Long, never met Rennick Miller, standing with a Mac. I'm paintballs, fast as gun. Go out, get funky, get painted, have fun. Don't got $1 million, don't drive a Cadillac. Give me half a chance, cause I'm not dead yet. Not dead.